Hey everybody, I'm in Fulton, Kentucky, just about ready to cross into Tennessee on my way to Jackson. Stopped here and this was a pleasant find. So there's a small yard here. It's an old Illinois Central town. I think there used to be an Amtrak station here because the city of New Orleans runs through here, but don't see the station. Used to have one of those little prefab stations. So I may put a picture of the yard on the Google Earth on here to show you what's here. Nothing going on right now. Still heading south toward Jackson. And I'm in Greenfield, Tennessee. And saw this and thought I'd stop and take a picture of it. Greenfield's a small little town. Route 45 goes through there. There's City Hall. And looks like a well-used main line for Canadian National. So here's the other side of the caboose next to the tracks. You see this side isn't painted. It's pretty cool. It's sort of a short little extended vision caboose. Glad I stopped. Alright, so I'm in Jackson, battling rain, it's starting to rain again. This is the depot, the NC and St. Louis Railroad. I think it's Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railroad. It's no longer a museum. I visited here before COVID and it was a museum. Now it's got a bunch of different stuff in it. It still has the passenger car and caboose though. I'm going to get up underneath the canopy here and walk around. So my understanding is that they moved a lot of the museum displays to the Casey Jones Museum, which I may go visit today. Nice mural over there. There's a train on it. You see my Camry that I'm driving. We walk around the other side. Tracks are still active in Jackson. I understand the Norfolk Southern CSX and the West Tennessee Railroad are here. So, I don't know which railroad this is. This welded rail. Looks pretty heavy duty. Doesn't look like there's anybody in the depot today, working anyhow. So we walk around it and get out of the rain. So I don't know how much train activity I will see in Jackson. Looks like they've got a photography studio. They've got stuff staged in there to take pictures. So right now, see if I can get a picture of the outside here without getting too wet. And I'm going to grab some lunch and see what I can get into. So these next 5 photos are from when I was there 6 years ago in 2018 when it was still a museum. You can see it had a really nice train layout. It was based on the Jackson area. It was HO scale. So I assumed that all got scrapped because it's not in the Casey Jones Museum, unfortunately. So still in Jackson. I'm at the entrance to the West Tennessee Railroad headquarters and their shops, and I'm not going to go any further in this. Be trespassing, I imagine. Again, I'll try to put a Google Earth screenshot on there. Over here to the front of me is Copper's Railroad Ties, and this is a steel company here. They load steel into gondolas, obviously. So it's a pretty interesting spot, and there's some real interesting track work up here at this crossing too. Hopefully you can see it on Google Earth. Pretty good dip underneath this. There's an active rail line on the top. That's heading to the West Tennessee Railroad Yard. The crossing sign on this says CSX, but I don't know what it's used for. Interesting. So I'm at the Casey Jones Museum. Looks like sort of a tourist trap type thing. Is around it. This probably isn't the original location. But you got the venue in the village, shops of Casey Jones, old country store, restaurant. There's a Golf Mobile and Ohio Pullman. And around the other side, I'll go take a picture of it, is a replica of the steam engine he was driving. So it's definitely a little worse for the wear. I'm going to go in the museum and maybe get a look at it from the other side. And there's a Illinois Central RPO and old caboose back there. Again, you can see the roof is sort of peeling off here. So I could use some TLC anyhow. Heck, I already almost missed this. It's a Casey Jones Motel across the street with a old caboose and another caboose and a passenger's car back behind it. Again, not very good shape. All right, so I'm in the museum. It was $11 since I'm a senior. And they've got like an audio tour thing, so when I come to a display, I can push it and get some narration. As far as I know, I'm the only person in here. It's a Wednesday afternoon. It's very nicely displayed. I'm sure on weekends it's a lot busier. This room talks about the wreck that claimed his life. You can pause it and read that. And they've got a little model set up. Very nicely done. I'm outside. This is not a real depot. It's a brick building made to house a museum. So I've got a few displays outside. Just antique gas pump. This was kind of cool. And go down and look at the caboose. And I don't know if I can go through the home or not. We'll find out. Well, I'm in the home, and it's furnished with period furnishings. I'm sure they're probably not his. 1890s bathroom. They said that this house would move to this spot. It was down closer to the railroad yards originally. Very nicely done. Very impressed. And like I said, if I press this number, which says 25, I'll get some narration talking about it. So I guess the house was moved to this location in 1980. It was on West Chester Street, which I was on earlier today when I visited the railroad yard. So here's the steam engine from inside the museum. You can walk up in it. Again, the roof is looking a little worse for wear, and it's raining, so a rough ride sitting on that box. Not that they sat very often. Steam engine like this, you're shoveling coal probably quite a bit. This didn't have a stoker on it. Well, here's a few still photos to end up the video. It's an interesting place. It cost me $11 to get in. It's a good way to kill a couple hours. I enjoyed it. Starting to get a little run down though, I think. Again, I think I was the only person there on a Wednesday in November. So hope you enjoyed it. If you ever get a chance in Jackson, I would recommend stopping there. A lot of railroad stuff in Jackson. I just didn't see any moving trains today though. So unfortunately, everybody stay safe.